The Presidency and the Commission will inform the implementation of the conclusions on migration from February and March. And this time it will be in a positive spirit of the New Deal of the Migration Pact in the Council. The Swedish Presidency has worked hard for this, and we are proud that the Council is now ready to go into final stage and find a compromise between the co-legislators. We urgently need a deal that can deliver results.
And I would like to commend and thank the European Parliament for having adopted its negotiation mandates on key files of the pact already in April, because we know that this is massive, massive work, be it on screening regulation, asylum and migration management regulation, asylum procedure regulation, and the crisis proposals. But this just proves and shows that the large majority across the political groups supports this reform. The position of co-legislators offers a good foundation for the negotiations, and therefore interinstitutional negotiation should now intensify. It is essential that we all remain committed and open to compromise, to create fairer, more efficient and sustainable system for asylum and migration management.
Das migrações, importa recordar a este respeito aquilo que disse o Papa João XXIII, a propósito da dignidade humana. Todo ser humano é pessoa. E, portanto, a dignidade humana obriga-nos a defender o tratamento digno dos refugiados, dos requerentes de asilo, dos migrantes, daqueles que procuram trabalho e chegam às nossas fronteiras. Mas, ao contrário do que defendem certos grupos políticos, isso só é possível garantindo fronteiras seguras, protegendo e controlando adequadamente as nossas fronteiras. Só desse modo se combate o tráfico ilegal de pessoas, que é, esse sim, uma violação dos direitos humanos.
El principio solidaridad flexible pero obligatoria acordada en el Consejo no es suficiente. Lo que los países receptores en primera línea necesitan son políticas claras, comunes de gestión en la llegada y un reparto solidario en cuanto a la acogida.
We need to invest more in the root causes of migration. We need to be generous to those refugees who seek shelter and deserve our decency. And we need to ensure that a first safe harbour is close to conflict zones so people can return to normality once it occurs. We need to ensure that Europe is not a human trafficking paradise and that human trade routes are cut off. And yes, third countries that have become transit countries need also to take to their responsibility. But so do we, by getting this migration pact over the finish line.
Yes, it is true. A lot of people are seeking asylum in the European Union right now. They have names, they have stories, and they have hope to find shelter in the European Union. And yes, the current asylum system in the European Union is dysfunctional and needs reform. I think almost everybody agrees on that. And yes, finding political agreement in a context of a mostly toxic debate that is driven by fears rather than facts is very difficult. But colleagues, right now, the whole story that still far too many politicians are selling to people in Europe about migration and asylum is simply not working. And that story is tougher rules, less refugees, more walls, less refugees, more fences, less refugees. I get that this is an easy sell and that a lot of politicians find it easier not to get into the difficult, complex reality of things. But these lines are simply wrong, and there will be no breakthroughs, no improvements of the situation, but only frustration and more hardship at our external borders.
Per noi conservatori europei è fondamentale ribadire il concetto che in Europa si entra solamente in maniera sicura e legale, riconoscendo il diritto di asilo soltanto a chi realmente fugge da guerre e persecuzioni. Lavorare sulla dimensione esterna, cioè sui paesi di origine e transito dei migranti, è cruciale per governare e non subire il fenomeno migratorio, delegandolo ai trafficanti di esseri umani e alle ONG immigrazioniste come è accaduto finora.